Normally, I don't remove my clothes in public for the tub.
Jump right in. Shoes and all. And you heard it out.
I can feel the vibration already.
And so now when you're
Marky Mark would love this tub.
Yeah. All right. Now lay your head back. How does it sound?
Oh wow, it sounds better. I can feel the vibration.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're in Grand Central Station,
The music is coming.
and you stand on one end. You can hear each
Yeah.
other.
So here's the thing. I'll hold the mic.
Sure.
And plug your ears. Did you lose any frequencies?
No,
It's coming through your body. You're not using your ears. You're
I heard
using
it
your
the
body.
same,
Fill
like-
the water. It's the same.
as if there was no blockage to my. Oh my gosh.
It's like your whole life you use your ears to listen, and today for the first time you used your body to listen. So it makes you want to go back through your entire sound list on your Bluetooth, and you're like, I want to know what License to Ill sounds like.
Right.
I haven't for a while. What does it sound like when it's inside my body?
Well, hopefully in this tub you have a license to fill.
Yeah, nice. Well done.
That's amazing. What's your name?
Stage.
Staj. Aaron.
I make these up in Bozeman, Montana.
Okay.
So I designed them and created them, and we're just debuting here so that the public can see them.
This is amazing debut. And what's the name of your company?
Igneous.
Igneous.
Like a volcanic rock.
Yes, of course. Wow. I was going to use something metaphoric, but
Well, igneous is ingenious is the other way.
no. See, we got a lot of double entendres going on here today. This is amazing.
Bathtubs had problems. People would run their legs up the wall, or it was too short, they couldn't fit in it. So we make it, when you order it, to the size of your body. Then what if it doesn't fit the aesthetic of my house? We change the color, the shape, the style of it. And then it gets cold, and you waste water draining and refilling. So we heated it to where your water will stay right where you want it. Then after an hour, you're bored. So now you can listen to your music, you can listen to audiobooks. You're not bored, so you soak for 3 hours. It's
I
an
mean,
investment for you.
Yeah, it's ecological, and you can get a lot done because you just spend more time in the tub. So, is there Wi-Fi?
It's all Wi-Fi controlled. You can get it voice activated. Any of that stuff. It has all the.
Oh my
stuff.
gosh.
Yeah.
Alexa, fill my tub.
No, it's actually the same. It's like we were going for Earl Grey hot. All you do is say 65 gallons, 104, and it'll fill at 104. The tub will kick on and heat. There's an app for it, and you can turn it on from the chairlift on your way home. Fill the tub, heat it, go to the bar for 3 hours, come home, your tub is still heated and waiting for you.
Staj.
That's serious.
Oh my gosh.
We were going for Star Trek and we're there.
Yeah, this is the only thing that the Star Trek was missing. This is amazing. Now, what if somebody hacks my tub?
Oh Lord. We'll have to figure.
I
that
think
out.
it's hot and it's really cold. Then what?
No. So far, it's all on your controlled network, so it's running with your audiovisual company. It's a member. They're just taking it as a speaker. They're just taking it as another warm environment instead of a warm floor. They can control it, so as you walk in the bathroom, you feel like a warm hug from that. We can also do freestanding showers the same way, so you can have a warm freestanding shower.
Yeah, no, well, I'm doing the rest of the show right here because it's so warm. We're not leaving.
When I get sore standing out here, it's actually amazing how fast that heat relaxes my muscles. Like, you've had a warm car seat since 1970 something. Why have tubs been cold for that long? Why haven't we fixed it?
I agree.
I happen to have a material and a skill set to where I could address that. And since no one was, I thought, why not build a company that does that? Why not address the concerns of what's wrong with some of the plumbing things?
That's amazing. What is your background? What sort of tub research have you done?
I was a tile guy for a decade, and I was raised by a construction worker that does luxury homes, and so I tried all the different trades, and a lot of the trades don't reward you for being meticulous. They just want you to go faster, cut a corner, those sorts of things. So tile seemed like an area, so I put a decade into that, learning from several masters of like how to be the best tile guy I could be, and that plateaued. There's a limit to what you can do in tile, and then the house breaks your stuff,
Right.
one way or the other.
Right.
This is a monolith, so as a shower or as a tub, it doesn't get harmed by the movement of the house, so it's more eternal. There's no grout, silicone, nothing to mold or mildew. It just stays the way you built it. So this material backed up my meticulous nature, and then the clients that were buying tubs at that price point, they were still getting mass production, and I can make it custom in that same range. So I felt like they weren't quite being served for the local, like what they wanted. So I wanted to give them that and the options to give you your size, your shape. How do you want your tub to be? I'm not going to tell you this is how it has to look. I made these tubs just so you had a starting point for a conversation on I need this wider, I need that longer, I need the color changed. It wasn't to tell you this is the one you have to have.
And managing the tub conversation is always very important.
I'll learn.
I think you may be the Leonardo da Vinci of tubs.
I hope so.
That's amazing. What is the price point?
This one starts at $55,000 the way you see it here, and then this one starts at $65,000. If you take off all the fun features and you just have a soaking tub, it's 20 grand like the other freestanding soaking tubs.
Got it.
I have, to be candid, as I get busier, I think the prices will increase.
I'll take 2 now then.
They're all for sale right now because I don't want to take them back up into snowy Montana. So here at the booth, we're auctioning these tubs off so that people can keep them. I'll deliver next week.
I love your business.
I appreciate it. Thank
That's
you for
awesome,
stopping by.
Staj. Pleasure.
Yep.
So, you're Nathan.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man. So you
Nice to
designed a
meet you
tub.
too. Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen a tub like this. You know, I've seen wood, curved, usually in ships, things like that.
Yep.
But I mean, how do you make this happen for a tub?
Yeah. Well, I started in wooden boat building, so that's the sort of natural evolution of this. And so yeah, we bend and shape and carve each piece for it, and it's kind of an intense and beautiful process to build it up. And then we created this really wild aerospace and marine composite finishing process to it so that it works like a normal bath.
That's amazing. Where are the cannons?
They're behind the bath.
Ah, got it.
Yeah,
Got it. That's
yeah.
an upgrade, I believe.
It's part of like a safety feature,
Right.
Yeah, luxury item.
Right.
Yeah.
No one will steal the tub.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fascinating. So how long does it take for that sort of resin, that coating to cure?
Well, it's a pretty involved process, so it takes 3 to 4 months to build one of these.
Wow.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of time into it, a lot of energy. But the end result is something that's pretty epic. So.
For sure. And the tub, it looks great, but is there an aesthetic because it's wood that someone should know about?
It really warms up a bathroom. Right now the only options you can get are stone. People are trying to heat stone because it's such a cold surface.
Right.
And so you can get copper, you can get metals, alloys, or in the lower end you can get, other plastics and resins.
Right.
So this is kind of one of the only amazing, wood features you can have in a bathroom.
Yeah, and do you have, when you do these, you find woods with different colors and textures?
Yeah, totally. I mean, this one here is kind of our most popular collage. This is mahogany and walnut. I really like the way this looks together. It's like got this really rich, warm, cool vibe to it. And it's got all these unique textures and the sapele, the mahogany. So
it does. It looks amazing. Do you game plan though? Like what shade of wood goes where? Or do you just kind of like nature take its course?
Natural. Yeah. So because as you're cutting through each piece, it will unveil a different color and tone to it. So
Got it.
It's more of a general composition, and then nature has its way. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So how many of these have you made in your life?
We've made around 30 baths right now.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of our bigger stuff that we focus on is like the big sculptural staircases as a firm, but this is kind of our big launch in the baths here. Yeah.
Yeah, this is your intro product.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The staircase is amazing. Where is this located?
We're not allowed to say, but it's in the Midwest. Yeah.
Be honest, it's my house.
Yeah.
It's my house,
Yeah, that's
but
right.
it's fine.
Yeah.
We're not recording, are we? Oh, of course we are. So this is amazing stuff. I like your approach.
Yeah. Thanks.
Do you have other big sculptural things like this on the horizon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a couple amazing pieces that are going to the East Coast right now in our studio. If anyone wants to come, and we have some other pretty amazing LA-based projects as well. So yeah, a lot of big commissions right now.
We're like a real art-based company. That's what I'd say.
What's that, Phoebe?
I said we're a very art-based company. So everything we're doing is sculpture, be it furniture, staircases, bathtubs, and most of them are one of a kind except for the Lotus collection.
That's awesome.
So this is the only line right now. Everything else is custom per
Got
the
it.
space and the project, and we really create these big custom art pieces, basically.
So how do you spend time between the studio and the location? Seems like you're traveling a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot of travel. I sleep on airplanes and live the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can only imagine trying to check something like this on an airline.
Yeah, well, we've got a really good relationship with Delta and
Oh,
United.
good.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we actually take over the whole cabin, and they allow for each piece takes a couple seats.
Yeah, but the thing that's so profound though is everything gets made in our shop. So it's actually
Oh,
like an
really?
incredible turnkey process where we're working with designers, working with homeowners, we're collaborating, using technology to help, communicate and get things done. We do go to site visit people and take measurements, but we actually build everything in our shop.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then-
So like this went in like 6
Yeah.
pieces.
And so
Yeah.
then we plan our installation way ahead. And so when we ship it, we pack it, we bring it to site, we know exactly what we're doing before it gets there. So it's a very like intentional, methodical process. Yeah. And so-
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so our clients get to come to the shop, they get to see it in process. The building of each piece is a work of art in its own element, before it even goes to the site. Yeah.
Wow. So I mean, look, sometimes I have trouble like tracing the lines. You guys are taking measurements, going back to the shop, building each segment. You show up, Lego like together.
Yeah. Yeah. They go have dinner.
It is.
We
It's
set
like
it
a
in.
Lego house.
They come back. Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, have you ever gotten to a situation and it's like, the bridge comes like this, like,
Oh, I mean, there could be a fuck up in theory, yeah, but we have a lot of, especially with the big pieces, we have a lot of triple checking involved. Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
like going to sites, doing measurements,
making
the contractors also accountable. So we're all really working
Yeah,
as partners.
everyone signs off on
Yeah.
the dimensions, and there's cross checking the models. Yeah.
But it's awesome. It really is cool. And whoever has that, I'm sure, is like never ever gonna sell that house.
Yeah. If they do, they'll definitely take it with, or the price will be higher because of it.
It's true. I'm taking
Yeah.
my staircase with me.
Yeah, well,
Said
it's-
no one's ever said that before.
Installed art is installed art is an interesting thing because it's people put these big heavy investments and then it's in the place. So
Right.
either it elevates the monetary value of the space or it moves. So.
I mean, I thought in LA, like keeping your fridge was amazing, because
Mhm,
most apartments
right.
don't come with it. But the staircase is like, wow.
Yeah, well, if you're spending 7 figures on a stair, it's either adding that or you're taking it with you. Yeah.
No, totally. I'm definitely taking my staircase
Yeah.
when I get one day. Nathy,
Yeah.
Phoebe, guys, I really appreciate it. It's been
Cool,
amazing.
Yeah, thanks for the talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy the show.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
When we spoke last, Eric, you were telling me about the really cool things you have going on with making tubs out of concrete.
Yeah, so over here, basically what you're seeing is a tub that is actually created by artisans. And what they do is they actually do something different than most people that actually make tubs. When you have a concrete product made normally, you'll actually have rebar or metal mesh to kind of hold it together when it comes out of the mold. In this case, we actually use natural jute fiber. So jute fiber would be that really strong burlap sack fiber. It's basically what you would use in the construction of sacks or basically really strong twine. So what they do is instead of having metal mesh hold it together when it comes out of the mold, the natural jute fiber is about 1 inch thick and it holds the form without creating any of the surface cracking. So we also use what's called a nano sealer on the sealer. It's basically a non-toxic water-based sealer that's so small that when you spray it on and let it soak and do its right time between curing, what will end up happening is once it's done, it's very, very stain resistant, so you wouldn't have any staining on the material.
Got it. And you did say that you use wine to test it.
We've done, as a matter of fact, the white versions of those bowls up there. We traditionally would do a test period of all different chemicals and things, but one of them is wine for 48 hours soaking, and it does nothing to it. So
That's amazing. If I was testing them, I would never know because I'd be drinking the wine.
that's true. We live in wine country, is where our company's based out of, so we have some extra there, so we're fine.
Oh, got it. Where is that?
We're based out of San Luis Obispo up north.
Got it.
The original owner and founder started the company when she was a Cal Poly student. She actually has some family ties to Mexico. Her stepfather's Latino. Taught her and her brother to read, write, and speak fluent Spanish at a young age, and she would go down there with the family and kind of fell in love with the cultures of Mexico. And that's what started with our hand-hammered copper products from these Mexican artisans, and then led to, in the future, the concrete, which was another artisan group out of Vietnam. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So these tubs are shipped from Vietnam.
Well, overall they're shipped to us, but then yes, they would be shipped around the country from us to either our distribution in Atlanta or out of San Luis Obispo. We have a network of showrooms that we support throughout North America, or that support us actually, and they're based everywhere from Canada all the way through the US. Really nice decorative showroom partners that sell the product.
That's super cool.
And the original owner and founder, Naomi, the CEO, is actually still the owner and founder of today. So we actually have the same ownership since 24 years now.
That's amazing. And you guys got your start in the copper, the hammered copper.
Yeah, correct. So what we started with this type of copper. So the area where we get our material from and the artisan group that we work with is in Michoacan, Mexico. Okay, and this artisan group is internationally known as some of the best coppersmiths in the world. The hammer striking you see on these bowls is actually done by hand. Some companies will have basically a press or a sheet that creates the dimples. These actually are done individually hammer struck by these artisans. Two things: it's aesthetic, of course, for the look, but also it's actually when they use the ball peen polishing hammer, it creates that beautiful sheen without putting anything on it. So there's no lacquer or no sealer on that. Now, why that's important is in copper specifically, copper kills bacteria better than any other surface on the planet if it's unsealed. If you put anything on top of it, including a nickel finish, it eliminates that nature.
Got it.
But so at first it was these tempered bowls and the antique. Then over the years we expanded to the bright, vibrant copper, and then to nickel, both brushed nickel and the vibrant polished nickel, which you're seeing on the top.
I'm digging the vibrant.
Yeah, it's a really cool look. We can't quite do it on everything. When you get into the larger units, it gets a little tough with weld seams and being able to see with the lighting, but we have a lot of selection on those. So.
Got it. Yeah, it might turn into like a big disco ball in your bathroom.
Exactly, and people are a little more cautious when they're like, oh my God, you'll see every stain on it or everything because of the vibrant nature of the product. So. The brush hides a lot more.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a really fun company. I've been with the company about 8 years, and Naomi is just fantastic. She's one of the best owners in the industry. All of our designers and people that we work with have all the resources they need, and just a lot of fun. When we do these shows, I know a lot of people stress about this, but for us, this is a good time. We get to meet a lot of our great designers and partners, and it really works out well. So.
That's awesome. I was looking through your press kit, and you have a lot of your products in like high-end mountain resorts and things like that.
Yeah, and we're starting to get a lot more what they call mountain contemporary, which is the native stone product. And the reason is that really lends to more of a transitional modern look in a lot of cases. So you're starting to see this stuff in resorts, like there's a lodge in Salt Lake City outside the area, has some of those in the suites. We get a lot of our curved boat apron front, the one over there. We get a lot of those that are put in high-end residential, real kind of sleek moderns. So yeah, it's really been expanding over the last several years. So.
That's awesome. So it kind of works for multiple segments of the market, one product.
Correct. We actually are mostly high-end residential, but we do some very good hospitality work with boutique hotels and projects like that. We also do some commercial because we can do some customization of the copper. One of them we did a 10-foot trough for a restaurant in LA. So there's a lot of really cool opportunities that we do with our product.
And exciting stuff. This is amazing. So hammered out copper, all sorts of finishes. Don't spill your wine, despite its ability to take a stain. Don't spill your wine. Eric, it's been a real pleasure.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let us know.
Sounds good.